I'm still continuing my studies on different species of flowers from the Amaryllis family. I've finished quite a few pages by now, and after spending time on the daffodils, which were mostly in white and yellow tones, I wanted my next page to have a broader range of colors. I decided to stay away from yellows this time to feel a bit refreshed. That's why I chose to focus on Nerine species. As a genus, they offer wonderful variation in both color and form, and I gathered different references to capture those subtle differences throughout this new page. These flowers produce rounded clusters of elegant lily-like blooms that range in color from pure white to soft pink and deep crimson. This resemblance to true lilies is the reason Nerine species are often referred to by common names such as Gersony lily or spider lily. Interestingly, the term lily appears in the names of many unrelated flowering plants from daylilies to calla lilies and water lilies, illustrating how the word has become a general symbol of beauty and floral grace rather than a strict botanical reference. Despite their different families, these plants share a certain elegance in form that continues to inspire. And they definitely inspired me. For this page, I chose to draw 3 individual flower heads and 3 full umbels to show the range of forms in Nerine species. The umbels, with their many delicate florets gathered into a single spherical cluster, were especially tricky to capture, but also a fun challenge that I'm used to now. Completing the whole page took about 3 hours, though what you see here is the time-lapse version. I tried to keep these studies fairly quick. If I had spent maybe another hour, I could have refined the rendering more, but for now my focus is on learning different species and understanding their structures. Later, I might revisit some of these sketches to polish them further depending on how I plan to use them, maybe resizing or editing them into a larger illustrated collection. For now, I'm happy with this page because it let me explore the colors and forms of Nerine in my own way, and that's exactly what I'm aim for in these studies. So Nerine flowers have a distinctive and elegant structure that set them apart from many other members of the Amaryllis family. Each umbel is composed of several slender, recurved petals and twists slightly. I liked how they are creating a star-like form with a sense of movement and rhythm. The petals are narrow and often ruffled or wavy along the edges, giving the flowers a delicate ribbon-like appearance. I think the ruffles looked like fabric when I first drew one, and I thought it was really interesting. The stamens usually extend beyond the petals, adding fine linear accents that enhance the overall airy composition. When seen as a cluster, the florets radiate outward from a central point, forming a near spherical shape that balances symmetry with organic looseness. This combination of structured geometry and natural irregularity makes Nerine flowers visually dynamic, elegant, but also full of energy and flow. So I really think the Nerine's form can be a rich source of inspiration for visual design beyond botanical illustration. In concept art, the twisted and ruffled petal shapes can inform costume details, ornamental motifs, or even creature anatomy. Imagine the petal curves influencing with membranes, fins, or hair accessories. I really would like to work on a flower fairy inspired by Nerine flowers, but I will leave that for later, for now. The radial arrangement of the umbels could also inspire pattern and textile design, offering natural templates for repeating motifs that convey movement and lightness. In architecture or product design, the way the florets connect at a single center could inspire structural forms such as lighting fixtures, jewelry, or organic surface patterns. Because Nerine flowers balance symmetry and chaos so beautifully, they embody the principle that good design often lives between order and spontaneity. I hope drawing and studying their forms closely helps me build an eye for rhythm, proportion, and elegance. Nerine are native to southern Africa with a distribution stretching from the Cape Peninsula in the south through all 9 provinces of South Africa and reaching into Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, and Namibia. They thrive in rocky, arid habitats, predominantly within the summer rainfall regions, and display 3 distinct growth patterns: winter growing, summer growing, and evergreen species. While some Nerine species have been widely cultivated and hybridized, such as the Zeal giant cultivar, which has received the Royal Horticultural Society's Award of Garden Merit, many others remain rarely grown and little is known about their biology. Their colorful, long-lasting blooms make Nerine highly valued in the cut flower industry and for ornamental bulb sales. However, habitat loss and degradation pose serious threats to several species in the wild, particularly evergreen types adapted to summer rain regions. Some are facing critical endangerment, with at least 2 or 3 species nearing extinction. But in general, botanically, Nerine species are well adapted to their native climates, thriving in rocky, well-drained soils and responding to cycles of rain and drought. Many species are deciduous, losing their strap-like leaves before flowering, which make their sudden bloom even more dramatic. And culturally, Nerine has long been appreciated as a symbol of resilience and beauty that emerges in harsher seasons when few other flowers can bloom. In gardens and botanical collections, they are prized for their late flowering time and their ability to brighten the autumn months. The name Nerine is derived from the Nereids, the sea nymphs of the Greek mythology who were said to protect sailors and their ships. This connection to mythology, combined with the flowers' almost dreamlike forms and vibrant, ethereal colors, makes Nerine one of the most enchanting and visually captivating flowers I have drawn so far. As I said, when I finished this page, I felt happy with how it turned out, and it has inspired me to continue exploring more flora. I'm eager to dive into new species, expand my visual library, and keep building this series of botanical illustrations. So I hope to see you in my next species study.